Hi guys, I'm Heidi, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about some of the books that I'm planning to read in the coming months. I've been in a bit of a reading slump recently. I haven't really been reading that many books and I'm very busy with life stuff in general, but nevertheless I like making TBRs and I thought that today I would just give you a very brief update on what I'm planning to read in the coming autumn months. So first of all, there are 3 books that I am in the middle of and that I want to finish. So first off is Fool's Fate by Robin Hobb. I'm not going to spend any time talking about this here because I've already talked about it. It's the 3rd book in the Tawny Man series and we follow Fitz and the Fool as they go on an adventure, and I really have no excuse for not having finished it yet. I first picked it up a few months ago and I still haven't finished it, and I definitely want to finish it this year because I do absolutely love Robin Hobb's writing, so this is definitely a book that I want to finish. Next is Shards of Time by Lynn Flewelling, which is the 7th book in the Night Runner series. I've been taking part in a read-along which has been going on since March. We've been reading the whole of the Night Runner series and I've had the best time doing this, and these books are just so much fun. We follow Alec and Sergil, who are both rogues and thieves, and they go on various adventures together, and these are such quick fun reads. I'm kind of happy that I am almost done with the series now, but I will also be a bit sad to say goodbye to these characters that I love so much. But as I said, this is a very quick read, so I will definitely be finishing this. If not in September, then definitely in October. And I'm also currently reading Empire of the Vampire by Kristoff. This came out very recently and I've read around 80 pages or so. It's a very long book, it's more than 700 pages. And it is an adult vampire story, so it's not YA, which is fine by me because I'm not really that into YA. I much prefer adult fantasy. But yeah, I don't really have that much to say about this yet. It is quite enjoyable, so yeah, and it's got this really gothic-y feel to it, so it feels perfect for the autumn season, so I will definitely be finishing this hopefully in October. And I've also got books that I'm planning on picking up, and one of those is Caliban's War by James S.A. Corey. It is about a conflict in the solar system that involves Mars and Earth and the asteroid belt and the people who live there, who are called Belters. It's the 2nd book in the Expanse series, and apparently it takes place 18 months after the events of Leviathan Wakes. I really enjoyed Leviathan Wakes. I was reading it at a time when I was looking for books that are similar to the Mass Effect series, and I did get similar vibes from it. So yeah, I really liked Leviathan Wakes. And I definitely need to pick up the 2nd book before I completely forget what happened in the 1st book. So yeah, hoping to pick this up very soon. Then I'm planning on reading Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. I have absolutely no idea what this is about. I've been keeping myself away from spoilers because I don't even want to know. I've heard so many good things about it, and I've also heard that it's better to go into it not knowing what it's about. So I feel like I need to pick this up before I accidentally spoil it for myself. So yeah, hoping to pick this up very soon as well. Then to continue with the sort of spooky-ish vibes of autumn, I want to read Harrow the 9th by Tamsyn Muir. This is the 2nd book in the Locked Tomb series. The 1st one was Gideon the 9th, and it is a kind of a YA-ish story set in space, but it involves necromancers. And Harrow was a character in the 1st book, and apparently she is now the main character in the 2nd book, and I don't really know much about the plot, but I do know that at least part of it is written in the 2nd person, which is quite interesting. I don't think I've ever read a book that was written in the 2nd person before. So yeah, it should be interesting. Then I want to read The Moonstone by Wilkie Collins. I remember reading The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins around the same time last year, and I absolutely loved it. So I feel like now is the right time for picking up another Wilkie Collins book. It involves a very large diamond, originally stolen from an Indian shrine. It also has some interesting characters, including a sergeant, a house steward, a lovesick housemaid, and a band of Indian jugglers. And because I loved The Woman in White so much, I'm really hoping I will like The Moonstone as well. I'm also planning on reading The Lions of Al-Rassan by Gavriel. This is the October pick for the Genre Raiders book club, and we are reading fantasy in October. I don't really know what the plot is about. It seems quite complicated, but I do know that it is set in a world that is similar to medieval Spain. And I haven't really read anything by Gavriel before, so I'm quite excited to pick this up. Then a book that I've been meaning to pick up for the longest time, and that's A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor, Towles. This is about a Russian count who is sentenced to house arrest in a very grand hotel that is across the street from the Kremlin. And I've heard so many good things about it, and the writing style and everything sounds exactly like my kind of book, so I'm excited to finally pick this up. Then I'm planning on reading another book for the Genre Raiders book club, and that one is Hex by Thomas Olde Heuvelt. We are going to read this in November. It is a horror book, and it is set in a Hudson Valley town, and it involves a 17th century witch. The witch is haunting the town, and her eyes and mouth are sewn shut. She walks the streets, she enters people's houses, and she stands next to their beds as they sleep. It all sounds very creepy. I don't really know how much of a horror book it actually is. Usually I don't really do that well with horror on screen, but reading about it seems to be a bit easier. But nevertheless, I'm quite excited to pick this up because I am not a huge horror fan. So yeah, I'm quite excited to kind of go out of my comfort zone a little bit. And finally, The Fall of Babel by Josiah Bancroft is coming out in November. This is the fourth and final book in the Books of Babel series, so I can't really talk much about it, but it is definitely one of my all-time favorite fantasy series, and I can't wait to read the final book. In fact, I will read you the blurb for the first book. So this is what it says about the first book. The Tower of Babel is the greatest marvel in the world. Immense as a mountain, the ancient tower holds unnumbered ringdoms, warring and peaceful, stacked one on the other like the layers of a cake. It is a world of geniuses and tyrants, of airships and steam engines, of unusual animals and mysterious machines. Soon after arriving for his honeymoon at the tower, the mild-mannered headmaster of a small village school, Thomas Senlin, gets separated from his wife Maria in the overwhelming swarm of tourists, residents and miscreants. Senlin is determined to find Maria, but to do so he'll have to navigate madhouses, ballrooms and burlesque theatres. He must survive betrayal, assassins and the long guns of a flying fortress. But if he hopes to find his wife, he will have to do more than just endure. This quiet man of letters must become a man of action. As I said, it is definitely one of my favorite fantasy series of all time. It is so engaging as a story, and it is definitely quite unique as well. I don't think I've read anything quite like this. So yeah, I'm sad to see that this series is ending, but at the same time I am very, very excited to pick up the final book. So yeah, these are all the books that I am planning on picking up this autumn. I don't know if I'll be able to finish them all in October and November, but if not, then I will carry them over to December, and if need be, then over to 2022 as well. It's not really a problem for me at all to do that, so yeah, but I am very excited to pick all of these up. I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!